recorded live out of Sholo, Arizona, starring Marshall Pratt, Monty Maxwell, Nikki Muzzerall, Marley Roybal. This is After School with Ethan Tippets.
Thank you so much to the combo band. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight to our very first taping of After School with Ethan Tippets. Let's hear it. So this is a brand new show we're going to be doing with Sholo TV. Thanks to them for supporting, giving us the mics because ours aren't very good. So we're going to be on their public access TV channel. This is for your parents. This is for anybody who wants to know what is happening in Sholo High School. So today we got a bunch of people coming in. This is what we're going to be doing. It's going to be monthly, bi-monthly. Who knows? Just know that when it comes out, you're going to be getting a lot of information from myself, the host, Ethan Tippets, and all the cast and crew, everybody here. I'd like to give a quick thank you to the film class and Mr. Butler. I'd like to thank everybody involved with this production. I'd like to thank the people who gave us the couch and the desk and everything that we needed to do this. A big special thanks to the combo for being here. Let's hear a round of applause for them. They're going to be playing some numbers for us tonight. And yeah, let's get right into our first guest, Monty Maxwell, the coach of the varsity football team. All right, good, how are you? So, Coach Maxwell, you've been the coach for a while now. So how many years has it been?
Well, this is actually my third year right now as the head football coach. I believe this is my 8th year in this current stint at Sholo, but
Okay.
I've actually been at Sholo off and on since 1991, believe it or not.
Wow.
And so I was here for a while, was in the Valley for a while, coached at Pima College track and field for a while, and then came back, was coached at the junior high and was a junior high athletic director, left, and then came back again. So it's been a couple of different stints.
And so you've been a teacher here for a while as well, correct?
Yeah, same amount of time.
Okay.
Kind of the same drill.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you got to get to know a lot of your players here. I understand you have a couple of them here tonight. Can you introduce them for us?
Yeah, I've got two of my seniors. Anthony Avila plays offensive and defensive tackle for us. And then Manuel Aguilar is one of our fullbacks and plays a little bit of linebacker, a little bit of corner.
Cool. Can we bring them out now?
That'd be awesome.
Come on out, guys. Yeah. That was beautiful, guys. So I know you guys pretty well. So we got everybody we need represented here. So let's talk about the season. How has it been going so far?
I feel as if it's going pretty good, what we planned all summer.
Yeah, I mean, you guys do practice for a really long time. You guys put in a lot of work, and I think it's been paying off so far. I've seen the games. You guys are playing a really great game out there. So just recently, Keegan Clark got injured. Has this affected your guys' team chemistry a lot? Has it been a big problem? Are you guys rolling through it? What's going on with that?
I don't think it's affected our chemistry at all. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I've got two sons that are about this age. Zach is a senior as well, and him and Anthony and Manuel have played football together since, I don't know, first or second grade. And pretty much the bulk of our senior class, that's been the case. So they've done almost everything with each other. They've been football and Little League and, Little League baseball and basketball and you name it since they were real small. So the chemistry is really good. Now, obviously losing an athlete of Keegan's caliber is, that's a big loss. But as far as team chemistry, no, I don't think there's been any change at all. Would you guys agree? Or?
I don't think
No,
so. Like
not
you
really.
said, I mean, losing someone like Keegan Clark, he's a stud. But I mean, altogether, I think team chemistry has maybe even gone up because we've had to kind of support people like Talon Lester and maybe put a little more pressure on kids like Cal Fawcett and Quentin Maxwell and Trenton Beeler and kids like those. And when you have athletes like we have, I mean, you don't really have to worry as much. I mean, like we said, Keegan's a stud, but I think we're just as at that point where we were when Keegan left.
I'd like to agree with that too, because that homecoming game, congratulations, that was an amazing game. You guys did pretty well. I mean, I saw that score. It was a very interesting and entertaining game. So we have Rex McCrill as the kicker this year. He's new, correct? And I'm right in that. Has it been a weird transition for him, or?
Rex played back when he was younger. I want to say it was probably like 3rd or 4th grade, and then he's been a soccer player, forever. And so I did approach him when he found out he wasn't wanting to play soccer this year, and I'm like, Rex, why don't you come kick for us? And then he actually was like, well, I don't just want to kick, I want to play football. So he actually got in on a couple of tackles. He's been playing a little bit of corner, a little bit outside backer, and so I think just having him trying to learn the game of football again, has been a little bit of a challenge for him. But as far as athletic ability and talent, he's right there. He can play.
Like most of the team, you guys are very athletically inclined. You guys are very, very good. I just want to say that I'm glad to be a Cougar when you guys are out there on the field. So I know that you guys have this new mantra, this new thing going on with the tap out, and that's kind of your team motto. Can you get a little bit into that?
You guys want to?
Oh, yeah. So it's called tap out because we want to beat every single one of our opponents to submission. We run a play, we run it over and over. We're going to keep working. We're going to break for a big touchdown, a big run. It's bound to happen, and we just keep driving them. They're bound to give up.
I like it.
Every year we have a theme of the year, and it's usually some obscure topic that I pull out and the kids don't even know it. And so I had a couple that were like pretty long and crazy this year, and I don't know what exactly led me to this, but I got that in a fight, eventually one person quits. You know what I mean? And so I got to thinking about that. In most football games, eventually one team quits. And so we just got to be thinking, well, we're not going to be the one that quits. So we just adopted the tap out. Are you going to tap out, or are you going to make them tap out? And so that's kind of been the whole thing. And it'll sometimes, if we're having a hard practice, I'll be, hey, you tapping yet? And the guys will like, well, no, I'm not. It might just be to one person, not even the whole team. Hey, you tapping out yet? And he's like, well, they're like, no. And then it kind of like will rise a little bit. And then kind of like Manny said, we'll run one play. Sometimes we don't care if we gain any yards on it because it's kind of one of those things, even when it's not working, it's working because we're still pounding on them. And then eventually we can get a big play. So do you have anything to add to that, Anthony, or no?
No, I can agree with that. I mean, if you watch most of our games, it's kind of like, I think some people, if you don't really know the game, they can kind of get boring. It can kind of get boring to them. At the same time, it's like you're just kind of punching in the mouth because, like he said, we're always running kind of the same play. It's a kind of the same scheme. And so we're just trying to make a point to, we're not going to give up. Whatever the score is, whatever's happening, I mean, we're not going to give up. The other team's going to give up before we do. And even if we do lose a game, they're going to go home and be like, dude, I got freaking smacked. They smacked us around a little bit. I mean, that's always our goal right now is whatever game we go into, I mean, win, lose, or draw, I mean, that other team's going to go home and be like, God, that was rough. That was a rough game.
I like that mentality a lot. It's a really great motto. I mean, I've been a student here since my freshman year, even before then through the junior high, and I haven't really heard of anything that like even is like that powerful, something that's that strong. I mean, I think it's working out because you guys are having what I've seen, you didn't say anything, I don't want to give you too much praise, but I think you guys are having a really great season. I think you guys are doing really good. Do you guys have anything else to add? Any new games coming up that we need to come to? Anything you want to promote?
Well, we've got this, the Safford game's a big game. It's down there. They're a pretty solid team. Could be real big in playoff implications down the road. And game, then we've got a bye week, and then we head into conference play. And, one of our big goals is always to go out and win conference, win our region. I guess it's called regions now, not conferences, but win our region. And so when we come back, we play Winslow there and Blue Ridge on the road. So those are two tough games. And then we're home on our bye week, which is always scary against Payson. Not bye week. We're home on fall break. And so that's always a challenge. And then we have Snowflake at home, which will be, that's going to be a big game as well. So region games are always huge. That's another level, but get through this Safford game, which is going to be a tough one, and then head into region play. So
all right, I'm really excited to see you guys play, see how the season's going to work out. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You guys can go ahead for it. So thank you so much to the high school football team. When we come back, we're going to go to a break, and we're going to hear them play a brand new song from the combo. Thank you guys so much. We'll be right back. Thank you to the combo band. Let's hear a round of applause for them. So actually, we're going to go right back to the combo band because they're going to be playing a cover of Island in the Sun by Weezer for us. So we can go right back over to the combo band directed by Mr. Marshall Pratt. Take it away, guys. Let's hear it for the combo, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Mr. Marshall Pratt, how are you today?
Doing all right.
So today we have here, as you can see, the director of the combo. He's been a musician for a number of years. He's a musical genius from what I've heard. He's been here he's the head of the music department here at Shoalo High School, Mr. Marshall Pratt. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. And haven't added up the years, but the first tour that I went on with a performing group was in 1976.
Wow.
So it's been a little while.
So what instrument were you playing at the time?
Trombone.
Trombone. So is this your
Trombone is my favorite.
Like that. So this is an interesting one. So what's written on this? What's going on with
this? This actually was given to me. This is called a P-bone because it's made out of plastic instead of brass. And this was given to me by the class of 2018, the band and orchestra and guitar students, all the seniors. And so their signatures are all over it.
That's really cool. So you've had this for almost 2 years now?
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Okay.
About a year and a half.
So you are
fun to play.
Yeah, you're the head of the music department. So what exactly does that? You're not?
Just the instrumental part.
Just the instrumental. So does that mean Miss Whipple is the head of the?
Miss Whipple is the head of the department.
So what does it mean when you just the instrumental stuff? So
I take care of anything that is not singing. Well, except for the guys that sing in this group.
So how long have you been doing this combo jazz band type deal?
You know, it's been, I think it was around 2004 I think,
Okay.
if I'm remembering right. We had tried to maintain a traditional jazz band for years, and it was really hard because of the instrumentation, and you have a collection of students, and then you're looking for band arrangements that fit that collection of students. And then one year we had a really unusual instrumentation, and it was about 2004. And in fact, Mr. Butler's son Jason was our drummer at the time. And we didn't have music that fit our instrumentation, and so we just started playing by ear. And I realized then that if these guys go on and play after high school, they're probably not going to be playing written arrangements. They're going to be playing by ear. So we started developing this whole format of the class being based around oral skills, about being able to play based on what you're hearing and formulate a part in your head and make sure it fits in with everybody else.
And that's how all the music is learned.
That's how it's
That's actually pretty impressive. Let's get a round of applause for that. I don't know if you guys, if anybody in the audience or anybody watching at home knows how difficult that really is, just playing by ear. That's something you really have to learn. Like, you have to put the time in. So wow, that's really cool. So you play the trombone. What other instruments do you play?
I really enjoy playing the tuba or sousaphone and the baritone. I play the trumpet. I've got a trumpet. I've played the trumpet in the symphony. Actually, this semester in the symphony, I'm playing percussion.
Oh, wow.
I'm one of the percussionists in the back.
So you're kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to...
You have to be when you're a high school band director.
So yeah, I've been in your room and they've got a lot of different string instruments and all this stuff. Is that all yours, or is that the school stuff?
No, that's all the school.
The school stuff?
The schools.
That's...
I do have a few instruments, but what you see around the band room is the school's stuff.
That's really interesting. And the way the band room's set up, it's really kind of interesting. You walk in and it's just kind of this open up room. Is it hard to control students in that large environment, or? That
room it's several different classrooms depending upon what class you're talking about. For most of the rehearsal classes, the front of the room is up by my office, but for the beginning guitar classes, it's clear at the other end where the whiteboards are, because we use the whiteboard all the time in the beginning guitar classes. And so it's like two different classrooms in one, and most of the time it just looks like chaos in there.
I have noticed that, yeah. But I think it works because every time I hear you guys' band play, you guys do a fantastic job. We heard you at the Apache and Navajo County State Fair. This weekend you guys did amazing at that, the combo band once again. Just real quick, is that microphone still on? Are we still rolling with that? If you guys want to go through and say your names and state who you are and what you play, I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Back on, yeah.
So go right ahead, yeah.
I'm the pianist.
Well, what's your name?
Ryan Cavano.
Ryan Cavano, all right. Yeah, do that, I like it.
I'm Pedro, I'm our bassist. I'm Josh McPeak, I play guitar.
Woo!
I'm Hallie North, I play piccolo.
Hi, I'm Isaac Stevens, I play this saxophone right here.
I'm Omar Chavez, and I play the clarinet and saxophone.
I'm Colby Senator, I'm a rhythm guitarist.
I'm Justin Cavano, and I play drums, obviously.
Thank you guys for introducing yourself. Let's hear another round of applause for the combo. You guys are doing great.
We also have two others that had to take out to go to whatever they needed to, other commitments.
Bo Williams
Bo
and
Williams
Rayanna.
on bass.
Okay. And then
Rayanna on electric ukulele.
Electric ukulele, Rayanna Anderson. Very cool. Is there anything else, anything coming up that you guys need to promote? Anything you guys want to come out with, a band, or anything any fundraisers, anything you need to talk about?
We will be having fundraisers like crazy shortly.
Okay.
We've got a big project coming up.
All right.
Next year. But we have a concert coming up in October.
Okay.
The music department. And all the performing groups in the music department perform on that concert except for the marching band. It's in the auditorium, and the marching drum line is not necessarily really good in the auditorium.
In the auditorium
We're a little
setting.
loud for that setting.
Cool. So,
but we play every Friday night at the games.
All right.
And
so
we'll be doing the Fall Festival Parade in a week and a half, on the
Okay.
28th of September, doing the Fall Festival Parade.
So 28th of September, come out and watch them. Come to the football games because they're at every single one. When it gets to basketball season, they'll be at those too. Come out and support your local music scene. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
So I'd like to thank the combo band once again. Thanks to the music department. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have more people to talk to and more things to do. Thank you so much. Thanks to the band for that. And our next guest, she was the winner of the Miss Teen pageant for the Navajo County. Please welcome Marley Roybal. So, Miss Roybal, how are you?
I'm good.
So, as I said before, you are the winner of the Miss Teen Navajo County Fair. So, I'm not even sure what it is. Like, can we explain a little bit what you did and what it means to win that?
So what I did was I competed with this one other girl. There's different age groups for every group. And there was just me and one other girl in our group. And we had to sing and do a talent and model. And we got a scholarship. She also got a scholarship, but not as much money as I did.
Okay. Flexing out here a little bit. You're flexing a little bit.
I'm not trying.
So, so this was held at the Navajo County State Fair. This was last week?
Last Wednesday, yeah.
Last Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were in the papers. I think everybody who reads the White Mountain Independent, I think, saw you there. So congratulations to you. Let's hear a round of applause for Miss Teen, Miss Marley Roybal. So what does it really mean? You said you got a scholarship. Can you explain a little bit about what that means?
So it's 15 credits, tuition and fees paid for 2 years. So I'll be going to NPC after I graduate.
So that's just, you can get your associate's degree for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's really cool because then you can transfer that to any college you want and you already have, I won this on your transcript. That's really, really cool. So is that the only thing that you won? Just that scholarship to NPC?
I also won the name of being Miss Teen of Navajo County. I get to be in the parades around town. I get to go to different, towns of Navajo County and perform and do all that fun stuff.
And that?
Yeah.
You got one of those, huh?
Got a trophy.
So this is actually, so Miss Teen, Junior Miss Pageant, Navajo County Fair. So now you get to have that. And you get to just rep it and front it and just be like, yeah, I won that. And I'm really glad that since you transferred over from Snowflake, was it like a year ago now?
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that you won this as a Show Cougar because now you're making us look good instead of Snowflake. So thank you for that. Did you have anything else you want to promote? Anything coming up that you want anybody to come out and see you do? Anything you need to talk about?
On the 28th of this month in Winslow, I will be performing. Probably just going to sing and play my ukulele, and that'll be from 11 to 12 a.m. So if anyone wants to go and
all right, so that's
watch.
The 28th of this month?
Yeah.
So the 28th of this month, come out to see Miss Teen, Marley Roybal. She's a Show Cougar. Come out and watch her perform from 11 to 12?
Yes.
11 to 12 at Winslow. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And now, I guess we can go to a break now. And as we come back, we're going to be talking to some of the student council members here at Show High School. Thank you. So much. Welcome back. So as I left, I said that we were going to have student council come in and talk. They are still here, but first we're going to talk to the advisor of the rodeo club and of the ski club. She's a science teacher here at Show High School. Please welcome Miss Nikki Muzzroll.
Hey.
So,
So,
what exactly do you teach at the high school?
oh, well, this year I'm teaching environmental science, which is a new class that we've offered. So this is the first year we've offered it. It's for freshmen only. And then what I usually teach is earth science. And that's going to come back in 2 years as a junior class. So, and that's, really my expertise is that.
Okay.
But it's kind of fun teaching a new class.
Okay.
So new content.
So how long have you been a teacher for?
14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's get a round of applause for that. 14 years as a teacher. So you were, I was 3 years old when you started teaching.
I guess so, yeah.
Wow.
It's been a while.
Good to know, yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here at the high school?
I've been here at the high school. This is my 4th year here.
Okay.
So yeah, I did the rest of the time I was at the junior high teaching 7th and 8th grade
Okay,
science.
cool. So being here at the high school, you started, I think you were always kind of a part of the ski club, correct?
Yes, yeah. When I came into the high school, there was no longer a ski club advisor. The ski club had been dead for about 2 years because they couldn't get anybody to take it over.
Okay.
And I helped with the ski club at the junior high, hoping one day I would be the main advisor. And then Mr. Chavez never retired, so I moved up and got it at the high school.
Cool. So I know you guys usually do the purgatory trip for your big ski club trip. It's different this year.
Yes.
Where exactly are you going?
This year we're going to Taos, New Mexico.
Okay.
So we had done Purgatory the last 3 years, and it's a great mountain. We have a lot of fun there, but we decided we wanted to go somewhere different. So we looked at some other ski resorts that were close, and we were able to get Taos, New Mexico in.
Cool.
So it's a little farther away, but it's a much bigger mountain, a little more advanced, because a lot of the students that are going now have actually been skiing with me since they were in 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
And they've gotten pretty advanced, so it'll be fun, a new challenge for those students.
That's really cool. So moving away from ski club, we're going to move into rodeo club.
Yes.
So what exactly is rodeo club?
Rodeo club is an opportunity for students to compete in the Arizona High School Rodeo Association, which is a statewide organization doing all rodeo events. And then they can actually earn points as they go through, and they can actually qualify for the National High School Rodeo Association finals that are held in Wyoming every year.
Okay.
So, and we had a student 2 years ago actually qualify in the shooting competitions and went up and did very well at nationals.
That's really cool. So they actually went to the national championship.
Yes.
That's kind of weird because, like, I know rodeo club's been a thing for a couple years now, right?
Yeah, this is our 3rd year getting it going.
3 years in, and nobody's really heard that much about it. It's kind of like a little bit more low-key kind of. Yeah,
we're pretty low-key. Last year we only had a couple students that were actively competing. The year that student qualified for nationals, nationals is held during the summertime.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we didn't hear a lot about it at the school. There was actually an article about it in the White Mountain Independent.
Okay.
So we had a whole article on, because our finals, the rodeo finals, are held at the beginning of June, and then the national finals are in July. So it's hard to get it out in the school because school's out.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how that could be a problem.
Yeah.
So, science teacher for 14 years.
Yes.
Running the ski club, running the rodeo club. What else do you, what do you not do, really?
What do I not do? I don't teach English. I did that for 1 semester, and it was a bad idea, very bad idea. But, I like to be involved, in the school, and I like to get kids involved in things that are kind of not the norm. There's a lot of kids that play school sports and band and choir, but not everybody falls into that category.
Yeah.
So that's where I like to try to come in with the rodeo team and the ski club.
I like that a lot.
So, yeah, but, like I said, don't ask me to teach English. That's not my thing.
So is there anything that you want to promote, anything coming up with either ski club or rodeo club, any rodeo club competitions, anything really?
Well, we do have 2 rodeos coming up in about 3 weeks. One of them is at the Arizona State Fair.
Okay.
So if you're down at the State Fair, it's going to be held on October 14th, I believe. So if you're down at the State Fair and you see the kids, just root them on, and then they have a competition the next 2 days in Buckeye.
Okay.
But we actually did have a rodeo just this last weekend. And one of our bronc riders did really well. He covered his horse, and it was his first time ever riding a bronking competition.
Oh, wow.
So I was really excited for him. So last week really kicked us off on our first rodeo competition. And so now the ball's rolling, and we're just going to keep going on. So we are going to have a rodeo in Holbrook for the Arizona High School Rodeo, but that's going to be in the spring.
Okay.
So I'd like to try to get some of our kids there to root our guys on.
Yeah, that's cool. So if you happen to be at the State Fair in the middle of October, I think it's October 14th, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
So October 14th, make sure you come out and support your Show Low High School Rodeo team. In the spring, they're going to be doing stuff. Keep updates on that. Listen to the announcements, and you'll know when they are. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate your time. I'd like to thank everybody who came out. I'd like to thank everybody who's involved with this. I'd like to thank Mr. Butler for doing all this, putting all this together, supplying with the cameras and the people running behind him, and giving me an opportunity to come up here and act like I know what I'm talking about. I'd like to thank the City of Show Low for supplying with the mics once again. They've done a really good job. They've helped us out through the whole thing. I would like to thank everybody who came out today, this Muzzle, the football team, everybody who decided to come out, Student Council and Mr. Whipple. I think it's going to be a really exciting year this year, and I'll see you guys in the next one in 1 month from now, and we'll catch up again. Thanks, guys.
This has been recorded in front of a live studio audience. All footage used in this production is owned by Show Low High School and Show Low TV. Any re-uploading or distribution without consent is strictly prohibited.